Okay, it's beer o'clock again on the Real Ale Guide. Today's beer is a beer from Shirley Brewing Company and it's their Coffee Bender beer brewed with coffee, coming in at 5.1% ABV. The can was kindly sent to me by Air Force Gunnery on YouTube. Very, very nice thing to be sent beer, which is very difficult to get in the UK. Love the design, love the look of the can. It's got a lot about it. Love craft beer in a can. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Now I've chosen a bit of a fancy glass for this review. Just to really sign off with the Shirley beers. Sign off nicely. I've reviewed the Furious and the Abrasive Ale. And this is the last really of the Shirley beers I'll probably ever be tasting, so I thought put it in a nice glass. Okay, so it's a two-finger head, is slightly off white, beer in the glass. It's got a slight kind of golden colour to it. You can see it there at the bottom of the glass. That's probably the best reflection of what the beer looks like in the glass. So it's very dark to look at, deep golden colour, more or less black, nice carbonation rising up the sides of the glass. Let's get a nose on the beer then. Oh my goodness me, that is just so powerful. It's real kind of cappuccino espresso coffee in this one. Wow, that is so much like smelling a cup of coffee. It's like walking past your local coffee shop where they're brewing up that lovely roast coffee. That smells absolutely wonderful. So fresh, so clean, so crisp. I am dying to get into this one. Let's see what we get. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Okay. If you're a fan of coffee, now, what I'm getting here from Shirley Brewing Company in general, the three beers I've tried have all been very aggressive in what they're trying to do. Very, very, very flavoursome beers. The Abrasive Ale was so punchy for a double IPA. It was amazing. So much flavour. Again, the Furious IPA, it was so full of flavour. It was a wonderful American IPA. This, you get a lot of beers, say chocolate stouts, coffee porters, and you get a little bit of coffee, you get a little bit of malt. This is, pow, in your face, absolute kind of full on. Do you know that if you've ever been to Italy, you get them little tiny cafe latte, them little kind of shots of coffee. This is like full on fresh coffee beans exploding in your mouth. If you don't like coffee, you will not like this beer at all. But lucky I'm a fan of coffee. I drink 6 to 7 cups of coffee a day. This is wonderful, really nice. On with the review. Oh wow, it is so unbelievably coffee. It is just so fresh. The coffee bean is pure. The quality of the coffee bean they've used in this beer is second to none. It's probably a really kind of good top quality coffee bean. It's not, I'm used to drinking kind of instant coffee you kind of mix round in a cup with the old kettle in. It's I like it. I love fresh coffee when I get it. This is just monumental. This is like the best cup of coffee or the best tasting coffee bean I've ever tasted in my life. It's just pure luxury. Now, as for anything else, now this might be there's just nothing. There's just not nothing. The beer is definitely a beer. You can, if you think really hard, you can pick up some malt, a little bit of sweet malt, but just that coffee bean, that bitterness is just over kind of whelming anything else that's in the beer. It's just coffee, fresh bean coffee, nothing else at all. Literally a small amount of malt, maybe a small amount of bitter in hops, but you can't get it because of the bitterness in the kind of coffee. It's monumental, it's huge. Beer with coffee added. Okay, coffee blender refreshes like an iced coffee, is aromatic as a bag of whole beans and satisfies like your favourite beer. Utilising the latest technology, the Surely Brew team have developed a cold extraction process that results in intense coffee aromatics and flavour. It is so intense. Bringing together two of our favourite beverages, your only dilemma will be whether to finish your day or start it with a coffee bender. Yeah, exactly that. You could wake up in the morning and quite easily, if it was a hot summer's morning, crack one of these open. As long as you're not driving. If you get the train to work, that's fine. But you could crack one of these open and it would give you all the kind of wakey call you need. It's absolutely massive with coffee. As I said, surely do not do anything by half. It seems that whatever they do it massive. They do it American, which I think is great. I think it's marvellous. This is certainly a coffee stout, and the biggest coffee stout I've ever tried in my life in terms of coffee. As for a rating, it's really difficult because I totally understand what they're doing. They're full on, forward, in your face. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it amazingly. We're not going to hold back at all. But then on the other hand, you're trying to pick up a little bit of the beer and it's very difficult to do. It's so kind of full on coffee. But I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. I like it enough to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 beer from the Real Ale, guys. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to my daily beer reviews, and cheers.